Oh, go on. You ready?
Yeah.
All right,
Well,
go.
yeah. We're here at the press conference for Tyson Fury versus David Haye. Big fight, biggest fight of the year by miles in this country anyway. Your thoughts?
I'm just I'm just being honoured to be at the press conference. I found it greatly entertaining. Tyson Fury is a legend. He is just so funny. You know what I mean? And I've never seen David Haye be a little bit subdued in conversation. And David Haye is just saying, "Listen, we don't need long talking, because if we're in a long talk, I want to punch man in the face." Like you can see that, like you can see in David's eyes, like, right, I ain't gonna talk because he'll have me up on the talk. And that's what Tyson Fury did. Tyson Fury had him up on the talk. Till if you watch the press conference, you guys participated in viewing the press conference. Tyson Fury won the press conference. Press conference ain't a fight, but he actually won the press conference, and he's very, very entertaining, man. I found it very funny, man.
So what about when they get in the ring?
When they get in the ring? Well, you know what? David's been out for a little while, and as Tyson Fury just said, that if you look at David's performances at heavyweight, you know what I mean? His last performance against Derek Chisora, he was actually kind of blowing a little bit. But one thing I know for certain, I know that David Haye's taking his fight seriously, because me and David were going to the Floyd Mayweather Canelo fight, and Adam Booth just gave me back my ticket and said, "No, Spence, you can't go because David's not going. He's taking his fight serious." Now on the reals, the fight, realistically, David's meant to be too fast and too quick and too powerful and way too experienced for Tyson Fury. But you see, there is something about Tyson Fury. You know what I mean? Something about his heritage, something about his background that makes you just look at Tyson Fury and know, like, you have to nail him on the ground. And okay, then he's been knocked down by big punches and all the rest of it. But the major thing is this: I don't think on the time when Tyson Fury got knocked down in fights, and if you look at especially the Steve Cunningham fight, when he got knocked down in that fight, I don't think he expected to get hit that hard by a man that's not noted as a puncher. When you're going into a fight knowing that you're going to get hit, it's like you walking out in a rainstorm knowing that, right, I'm going to get wet, you're going to put your body up. So therefore, I think he could have a different approach in his technique. It's going to be a good fight for the simple fact that people are talking boxing. Yeah, I mean, I can't really give my real prediction because I'm on ringside toe-to-toe now, me and Ed Robinson. So I give the real prediction. The 500,000 people that listen to our show on iTunes, they're going to miss out, man. They'll be getting it from you. So they can't get the real deals, man. They can't get the real deals.
You got the job on that show because of us now, right?
Yeah, so listen, man. I'm just saying. I thought it's because I did the commentary for the boxing on BBC. Like my big man there, Ron McIntosh, sorted that out with Matt Chrissy from the boxing. I thought it was because of that.
You know how long it took to run, though, innit?
Yeah.
All right. That's what I'm saying. But listen, obviously you've explained how Tyson can't, you've explained what he's got to do in terms of avoiding David, but has he got enough to beat David, though?
Of course, because he can hit anyone.
What got to
remember with Tyson Fury, anyone, he's a big man, and you saw the difference.
David's been in with bigger. And
No. Yeah, I know. David, he's a big man, and you reach a certain weight differential, everybody can punch. That's the bottom line.
Yeah.
So, but when you look at for some strange reason, like Tyson Fury really does remind me of Jerry Cooney. You know what I mean? Jerry Cooney, the heavyweight of the 80s, who fought Larry Holmes, it was in 81 or 82. You know what I mean? And at that time, that was the richest prize in sport. They fought for I think he got $5 million there for that fight. He does remind me of him, how he stands, how he throws his shots. He does remind me of him. And in the past, the thing what I've been greatly impressed with Tyson Fury is he's learnt ring generalship. Unlike somebody like David Price, who got knocked out on the weekend, Tyson Fury's learnt ring generalship. He's learnt to be in fights. He's learnt to punch, get hit, come back with shots, and he's learnt that. That's why this is an interesting fight. But I know for a fact, because I've been around David, I actually trained with David. David is a murderous puncher. You understand? Now, David should be in the shower house posse in Jamaica, how he's like some bad man thing. That's how he is, right? I mean, that's a David Haye. So, what David Haye was to just put it on him. You know what I mean? It's the person that can establish the jab. And David Haye, because Tyson Fury is so tall, it should be establishing the jab to his chest, throwing the jab to his chest and coming with overhand rights. Tyson Fury should be trying to get stuck in. And I'm hearing that Tyson Fury's just going to try and go give it to him. That's what I'm hearing. I'm not going to call no names who's saying that, Clifton Mitchell, but what I'm trying to say is, like, that's what I'm hearing. I'm hearing that he's going to go out there and try and give it to him. Regardless, whatever it is, I don't care. As long as it makes more people get interested in my beloved sport and people want to buy into boxing and everything else, that's all I care about. Because right now, I'm hyped about everything that's happening in boxing, and I'm hyped. I'm honoured to be here. You know what I mean?
Let's talk a little bit about yourself then. Spencer, busted arm, in the gym, going hard. I mean, you said you had it done before the Darren Hamilton fight. Is that
Yeah.
right? Tell me how you did it. Tell me about getting through that. Tell me about everything involved.
You know what? We was in the gym. Well, I was in the gym sparring with one of my white collar clients. Well, no, I was doing a class for John Rooney, Irish John Rooney, my good mate. And he said, Spence, could I come and do a class? So, come there like little celebrity thing, spar with the clients. So I must have been in the ring for like 2 hours just moving around with these white collar. You don't hit them, you know what I mean? But you're flicking. So, arrogance, you know what I mean, is like, right, well, they're idiot, man, I don't need to stretch. You know what I mean? Don't be like, right, I'm 40 at the end of the year, I'm getting old now, even though I look good. You know what I mean? And I'm moving around with a man them, and I threw a shot, and then I was like, oh, my arm don't feel too right. I was saying my arm don't feel too right. I looked down and I said, what? The arm popped, completely popped, controlled at the bottom, the muscle controlled, you know what I mean? But, you know how it goes, we're rich now, so we're on Bupa, you know what I mean? We're on Bupa, got down at the Lister Hospital, you know what I mean? Got to big up Mr. Mark Richards, but Anthony Richards, my doctor, bad boy, just cut the arm open, stitched it back up, and, you know what I mean, where we go. And I had to wait 2 weeks. I was in agony. When Darren boxed the other day, defending his British title, I was in crazy agony. People don't even know the kind of pain that I was in, but, so said, so done. Darren got the win. They keep on making Darren Hammond the undercard. Everybody knows. You were one of the first men to interview him. You understand? So Darren Hammond has come from degradation of being homeless, not knowing himself, to the word of the Latin of noti bene, know thyself. He knows himself. You understand? I know that. So he knows himself now, and I don't care who the guy is. No man ain't dealing with my man. No matter who the guy is. And that's what Darren Hammond is doing. He's British champion. He's proud to be British champion. It means a lot that he can go into his community now and give motivational talks to other kids and say, right, we can actually go do things in your life. Look at me until I met Spencer.
What's next for him?
What's next for him? Right now, he just wants to win the British title outright. So we're looking at so many. Everyone's ringing me up now. Oh yeah, do you want to defend against him? I'd love to get him on this show here. Maybe against someone like Lenny Dawes, because Lenny Dawes comes to fight. We don't want to take no easy options. But right now, Darren's he's number one in the country now. Imagine that. Darren's number one box rec. Darren Hammond is number one in the country, and he's number 10 in the world. So that is an amazing story already. And we know when we're in the change room, we're saying, you know what? The story isn't done yet. The story's got to continue, and it's going to continue. And and you, Joe, will be there right beside us because you've been there from day dot. That's why I have to big up you two go around and do everything. But you're big enough other man than who come from the hood as well. Don't think I've got money now that I'm switching on, man. I'm real.
Well, thanks for your time, as usual, and we'll be in the gym soon.
Yeah, man.
Yeah?
Wicked, man.